Well, hello and welcome to Who Dares Rolls TV episode something or other. It's been a while since we've done all these. Lots been going on. Very quick status update. Obviously, I've had another child in the house. We know about that anyway. But that's happened, and that's basically derailed any and all attempts to be producing any form of stuff like this. However, we are getting back on track. I have a list of stuff. So, I say inaugural, I don't know if that's the way, this return to Who Dares Rolls TV, I'm rambling, we will move on. We're going to cover some stuff that we're looking at, some stuff I'm looking at, some things I'm played with, all sorts of exciting stuff. Maybe, hopefully, the plan is to have a regular one of these, at least fortnightly. We'll see how that pans out. So, without further ado, even though there's been quite a do before the do, let's crack on. What we've got coming up. So, stuff that we're going to be reviewing very shortly that we're going to be looking at. One of these is Sumo Gnomes, the Gnomes of Sumo. Lots of bearded men with red hats. This is coming from Rubby Munn, and I can't remember the name of their company. Damn it. Peculiarity Games. That was what it is. Anyway, Sumo Gnomes. We've had a quick look at this, but we'll be reviewing this bad boy. It is a dice chucker, and it's a fighting game, two-player game. So basically, your gnomes sumoing on toadstools or stumps, tree stumps. This is coming to Kickstarter in October, or the very end of September, I think. No, definitely October. Coming soon anyway. We'll be doing a proper review of this. It's some really cool like wooden dice, plays on beer mats. Let's have a quick look. Why not? What the hell else are we going to do ourselves? So yes, we have a board like this, and you're going to be on there. Two of you fighting, rolling dice. The dice have different movements and stuff on there. Kind of, there we go, there's some dice. Getting some Luchador vibes from it to a certain extent. Luchador is a massive popular game of ours. Mark Rivera did it. It came out from Backspindle Games. Still available. There's a second edition with a 3D ring and all sorts of cool stuff. Very cool. Anyway, I've digressed completely. Sumo Gnomes. That is coming soon. We'll be reviewing that over the next couple of weeks. Lovely. So there's one to look out for. Another one that I can't show you the box because it's just like a big brown box like this is Damnation, the Gothic game. Although what I will do is I'll get some of this stuff out. So yeah, Damnation, the Gothic game. This is coming. There's some very cool art in this game. It is based off a 1992 game, the Gothic game, which I've not personally played or have no recollection of. So yes, the idea is basically you're a bunch of adventurers going into Dracula's castle, and it's a take that game really. It's a really lush looking board. You're all running around and you're doing horrible things to each other. It's a roll and move game. They've tweaked the design from the original 92 version, bring it up to date. I don't really know much more from that at the moment. We need to play a few more games of this. But that's coming out in October to Kickstarter. It looks stunning, and the version I've been given, look at this is the board. Look how cool some of this stuff. I mean, it looks a little bit like, I'm trying to think of the artist's name. Disraeli, maybe? There was an artist on 2000 AD. That was fantastic. It looks gorgeous. How it plays, we're going to find out. I love the idea of what it's doing. It is sort of a Brew and Petzels type game, really. You're looking at something that you're going to play on your table. It's quick, it's vicious, it has player elimination. Who knows? It's going to be one for contention, I feel, amongst all you gamey types. Some people are going to hate it. We love a bit of talisman, so this could be in our ballpark. It does look gorgeous. So we'll be looking at that, Sumo Gnomes, and that we'll be looking at soon. That's Damnation, the Gothic game, coming to Kickstarter in October, just in time for the haunting Halloween period stuff. Anyway, so that's that out of the way. Now, what else? Board game stuff. Board game bling. Everyone loves a bit of board gamey bling. Well, we're going out of left field on this one. Here's my latest edition of board gamey bling. Look at this bad boy. So this is, I can turn him on, but I don't think you can see him very well. He does light up. His eyes light up. This is a Darth Vader sensing warmer. Okay, and what we do is we put a smelly piece of wax in here, some wax, and it will heat it, and it will emit gorgeous, lovely aromas. There is a Sith Lord wax bar that is available for it. We all have games rooms, I'm sure, all playing games and board game cafes. Magic the Gathering tournaments. Some of these places can be a little bit manny. bit smelly. So what more better thing? No, it has TIE fighters it reflects at the back. So yes, addition to my games room now is a Sensi warmer. It will make the aromas of fresh pine or sandalwood or Sith or maybe wet Wookiee, who knows, emit from there, making it a luscious smelly area for my compatriots to game in, so it will not distract us from what we're doing. But it does smell nice, basically. So yes, Darth Vader, there's some other stuff, there's a range of them, kind of got out the Sith Lord, really. So there you go, there's a bit of board gamey bling for your games room. Get yourself a Sensi warmer. They're available from Sensi. I would guess that would probably be a good place to do. I'll put some details up at the end of the thing. But yes, if you fancy the idea of that, there's even a Death Star on his lid. There we go. Whoa. So anyway, I've distracted myself entirely with that bit of cool nonsense. But yes, in time for Star Wars coming out later in the year. Very good. But there we go. There is the Darth Sensi warmer. Very nice. New addition to the room for all the smelliness. Actually, we can keep him on there, can't we? Don't knock him off, Mike. So there we go. Oh, we need to put that on there. Let's not use that as a coaster. What else is going on in the gorgeous world of I've lost my thread entirely. This is how I'm going to edit this, I don't know. What else have we been doing? So, to entertain myself whilst we're doing, I've been reading this. 2000 AD in Judge Dredd, The Secret History. Be pure, be vigilant, behave. It's from Pam Mills. Now, I'm a huge 2000 AD fan. We've covered it before on this site. Not really board game related, though there is a couple of Judge Dredd board games. There is the Cursed Earth from Osprey, and more recently, or coming very soon, is the retheme of Wildlands from Martin Wallace, which is a Judge Dredd theme. It's Helter Skelter. It's got lots of Slane, should I say, Judge Dredd. I believe Strontium Dog, a bunch of characters from it, all kind of battling out in an arena style thing, and miniatures, very cool, high on my list. But yes, if you want to read, or if you're a big fan of 2000 AD, picked up this, very good. It's Mills' own version of the events, the 40 years anniversary from 2000 AD, and what led to the creation of it, and his involvement and what he did. It's quite an interesting, riveting read. There is moments where he does self-publicise some of his other books and stuff and bits and pieces, but there is some meaty goodness to be there. And if you're a Dreadhead fan of Judge Dredd or any of those characters, especially Mills' work, which is Nemesis, Slane and Dredd and all those other characters, then brilliant. You know, it's really good nerd food. So I've been cracking through that. Not finished that yet, but that's lovely. So there's something to do. When you're not playing board games and you want something on your bedside table, read a bit of that. And it's published by Mills, so all the money goes actually to the creator and not some evil corporation. Fine, that's ticked that off. What else have we been doing in my time when I'm not board gaming? There's another tip for you if you're looking for something else to do. Everyone's getting mad about the Goose Game. However, there's a really good game. It's on the Switch. I believe it's just come out now. It's also available on Steam and some other places. It's Slay the Spire. It's a really great rogue-like deck buildery type game where you're basically deck building a character up a tower to beat a boss. I'm not doing it justice here. It's very good, very addictive. It's sort of game I bong on and I'll sit in front of for a while and play. Probably why I'm not producing videos. But yes, Slay the Spire is also a good tip there if you want to do something which is not tabletop related, but kind of is tabletop related. That is well worth a look at. Trust me on that one. I wouldn't lie to you. So that's all that out of the way. So what else are we going to do? So a little bit of Kickstarter news of stuff that's on at the moment that's got our attention. Root the RPG has been out. I think it's been out the last week or so. I will be putting up a preview of it that Charlie has done for the website. Root is a massively popular board game. I've not actually played it, I will admit. But Root, the RPG, sits alongside it, and it is kind of looking at all the machinations, the political manoeuvring going on in the board game, gives it more context in the world of Root. Beautiful illustration in that game. It looks gorgeous. It's doing very well. That is probably well worth a peek. Another RPG which we have already reviewed, Charlie's reviewed, which was Heart. which follows on from Spire, actually, which is Grant Howitt and Chris Taylor did. Very good, crazy, mundo, sort of insane RPG of just banning weird shit. Charlie did it much more justice in his review of it. It's doing cracking business on Kickstarter at the moment. Really lovely edition book, beautiful art. And if you were that way inclined, then either of those two should definitely should take your attention, really. For me personally, stuff I'm looking at Kickstarter at the moment is Detective, the new expansion Smoke and Mirrors, Detective LA Crimes, and there was a Bullets Over Hollywood. It's a really stunning game by Van Ryder Games. It's a big detective game. We did an unboxing a little while ago. Need to do a review. Really cracking, just gorgeous looking game. Anyone who's in the deduction, sort of social deduction thing, it does some interesting, crazy things with the idea of the chisel. One person's playing all the sort of the case, the kind of the narrative, the man pulling the strings behind the scenes, with beautiful art from Vincent Dutray. And it's, yes, it's good. It's a cracking game. I've not nearly played it enough, but what I have played of it, I really enjoyed. So there's an expansion for that. Also, the base game and the early expansion is available in that Kickstarter. That's one I kind of highly recommend as something I've really enjoyed. And Moonflight is the other thing, which is from Manor Kent Games. They did SSO, the co-design of Gaslands. Saw this at the expo. It is a deck building game. Essentially, you've got a deck building game, but the cards have two elements on each side, top and bottom. So you use the front element when you play a card, and then towards the end of a turn you use the back element to unbuild your deck. It actually uses the trashing mechanism as an actual really core component of what the rules and what it's doing. It's very inexpensive. It's on Kickstarter at the moment. It's not funded yet, but it's got some really nice tarot sized cards, quite some gorgeous design aesthetics in it, and it is a different style of game, different innovative sort of thing. Design looks really cool, so that's one we would tip our hat to have a peek at if you're looking for something a bit different to all the other glut of miniatures and other nonsense that's spewing into Kickstarter at the moment. And we're not going to go anywhere near their labour issues. We'll cover that maybe later on. That's it. So other than that, so Tabletop Gaming Live takes place at the end of this week. I will be there. I believe Charlie might be there. I don't know, Ben, some of the others might be there, but we're going along. We never went last year. You would struggle to find any information about it. It's a bit light on the ground. I haven't seen really much advertising or anything for it. However, willing to give it a pop, so we'll be popping along there if you're going to be at that. It is at Alexandra Palace. It's the 28th to the 29th of September. So yes, the end of this week, what I'm filming at the moment. This Sunday is when I will be going up. We will be peeking around, seeing what's going on, see what's happening, take some photos possibly, maybe even some videos. But yes, so we will report back on that either via podcast or something else. Speaking of podcasts, we obviously got one to do. One just recently came out. We're looking at doing a role-play only podcast, which Who Dares Rolls? See what we've done with that? Rolls. So that might be something we're toying with. We might look to get one of those out in a couple of weeks, something a bit different. And that's it really for us. You can find us, well, you found us already because we're here, but on YouTube there is whodaresrolls.com is where most of the stuff gets posted from there. We do have a Patreon account. If you want to help fund that little excitement, pay for things like cookies and more coffee. But yes, so we're available at whodaresrolls.com, and there's Twitter at whodaresrolls, and Facebook, we're on there somewhere. Facebook Who Dares Rolls? I don't know. But we're there, and obviously YouTube, where these videos are being posted, which presumably you watching this, you must work that out already yourself. And that's it. And that's us for the minute. So that brings us to the end of this enthralling episode of Who Dares Rolls TV. We're back, sort of. We may see you again recently, soon, or before. I don't know. But we'll be doing some more of this. If you're at UK Tabletop Gaming Live, then come and say hi. I will be wearing probably this t-shirt. I might not even wash it. I'll just keep it in its soiled state for you to get the full sense around feelings. Right, that's enough of this shenanigans we'll be doing there. So until next time, do stuff, the catchy catchphrase thing. Something that someone would say that sounds interesting. I don't know. Darth Vader, your helmet smells delightful. Goodbye.
Bye.